Hello, thank you for tuning in with CLA Career Services to learn about virtual interviewing. Many employers are using video or phone interviewing as one of their college recruiting tools. So in this presentation, we are going to cover what virtual interviewing is all about, provide tips on how to get started, as well as share some resources and friendly reminders. All right, what is virtual interviewing? Essentially, virtual interviewing is an interview that is not in person and done in an online format. The interview can be with an employer either live over the phone or on a screen using a video platform such as Skype, Google Hangout, or Zoom. Additionally, another format for virtual interviewing is using an internet software to answer questions at your own time. And from there, the employer can review your responses at their convenience. Overall, the purpose for virtual interviewing is the same as an in-person, so you want to make sure you're ready to talk about your skills, competencies, and interests. If you've been invited for an interview, for any type of interview, congratulations! This means your application materials stood out to the employer. Keep up the great work and continue updating your materials to convey your skills, qualifications, competencies, and overall experiences. Okay, now on with the fun stuff. We've identified 5 tips to help you excel in your virtual interview. The first tip is clarify logistics. Yes, it's definitely okay to do so. This information is likely to be shared when you're invited for an interview, but in case it isn't, you can check in with the employer about what to expect. For instance, will the employer be contacting you over the phone or via video conferencing software? The length of the interview, who will be interviewing you, and if you're virtually responding to a set of questions and recording at your own time, what login information do you need to access that platform? The second tip, before and during the interview, make sure your technology works in terms of your internet connection, your phone reception. We highly recommend using your headphones. From there, think about the space and where you're going to interview. We recommend arranging a space that is comfortable, has little to no distractions, and has good lighting. Lastly, communication is key. At the start of the interview, check in about how communication is going for you and the employer. This is also a good time to discuss a backup plan in case technical issues come up. You can provide the employer with a number to best reach you. Tip number 3, prepare yourself. Yes, just as you would for an in-person interview. Here's what we recommend. So you see here your self-introduction, questions, and STAR method. In your self-introduction, 2 of the commonly asked questions in an interview, which will likely be asked during a virtual interview, first is tell us about yourself, and the second, why are you interested in the position with our organization? This is your chance to truly shine through and a chance for the employer to get a sense if you're genuinely interested in their opportunity. Your introduction should include what you're currently doing, what you're studying, your interests, and a little bit about the experiences you've had and the skills you've gained. Focus on experiences that are relevant to the particular opportunity. For more information, visit this Z link and prepare questions. To guide you as to what to ask, think about what would be most helpful for you to know about the position and organization to assess your overall interests. Doing your research about the employer will come in handy when preparing questions, and there's more on this in the next tip. You can view examples and learn more at this Z link. Lastly, get familiar with the STAR method. STAR stands for situation, task, action, result. This will come especially handy for behavior-based interview questions that require you to give examples of times you displayed your competencies and skills. Questions like, tell us about a time when you handled a difficult situation. Tell us a time when you demonstrated outstanding customer service or leadership. So those are some examples of behavior-based questions. And there's more information on the STAR method at this Z link. All right, on to tip number 4, do your research. As mentioned earlier, it's important to know a thing or two about the company. Yes, you can start by researching basic information like the size of the company, their mission, products, target markets, and competitors, anything you're curious about. This will also make it easier for you to talk to and impress the interviewer. Use this research time to develop your questions, as I mentioned in the last tip. There are several places to start your research. Some examples include referring to social media platforms. Many organizations and employers have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can go directly to their company website, LinkedIn. You can find them on LinkedIn, a simple Google search, Glassdoor, and the University of Minnesota Library Business Resource, which is actually a really neat resource that is underutilized at times. It's a reliable resource that provides articles, databases for company information, and industry trends. So check out more info at that link. Last but not least, tip number 5, dress the part. Yes, even if you're not meeting in person, you should consider dressing in a way that makes sense for both the job itself as well as your own personal identity. It's also confident boosting if you dress up. If you're looking for inspiration, we have a Pinterest board you can browse. You can go to the Z link, z.umn.edu/what-to-wear. So there you have it, 5 tips to help you excel in your virtual interview. But before we let you go, to get started, here are friendly reminders. Avoid distractions. Silence your phone if you are in a video call. Let your housemates know in advance to avoid potential interruptions. Have your notes available, which should include notes with your questions you have for the employer, information that you want to share with the employer, and have room for you to take notes during the interview. Given the delivery in the format of a virtual interview, know that it is okay to ask for a question to be repeated. Okay, what comes after the virtual interview? After any interview, it's always good practice to follow up with a thank you note. And you can do that via email within 24 to 48 hours. More information can be found at this Z link. Resources for you. InterviewStream is a free resources available to you. You have to go through GoldPass powered by Handshake to access this resource. This software platform allows you to record and practice interview responses that can be viewed by you and or shared with a career counselor for feedback. Second resource is Rate. Rate is a free CLA tool that stands for Reflect, Articulate, Translate, and Evaluate. You can use Rate to communicate the value of your curricular and co-curricular experiences. The link is rate.umn.edu. If you have more questions and want to practice a virtual interview, career counselors are available to support you. Feel free to schedule an appointment through this link or give us a call or email CLA Career Services if you'd like to schedule an appointment with a career counselor. Most of all, good luck. We're excited that you have an interview coming up, and if you have questions, connect with us for additional support.